Alright, so this is a quick tech tip, guys. E85. It varies station to station. A lot of people are tuning on it. I know an individual who just recently picked up 2/10 just going to E85 from MR12. So, this is the best investment you can make. This is on Amazon for about 12 bucks. You're going to fill water up to this line. We're going to go ahead and get that knocked out. We'll be right back. Alright, so as you see, the water is hard on that line. Accuracy matters on these little test kits. If you want an accurate enough measurement, you've got to be accurate. So the water level is behind the blue stripe. If I lean it, you're going to see it. See? Okay, behind the blue stripe. Now we're going to fill it with E85 until we hit the top line there. All right, then we're going to give it a little shake and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And we'll see a hard separation. Now on the fuel I'm going to be testing, I doubt I'll see a hard separation because this is real good quality fuel, but we'll get a separation line and I'll see if I can get it on video. Something I want to touch on, yes, it's a Trolls cup, but use a PTFE, so a poly Teflon, it's a Teflon cup. Generally most drinking cups that are plastic and fairly flexible to collect your sample of E85. You don't want to just try and pour it from the jug. You're going to over pour. This is where it gets touchy. You got to be slow, careful, and get it just to that line. If you go over it, you've botched the whole mix, and you've got to start from scratch with water again. This should test right around E90. It's from a known Shell station that I use, but we're going to go ahead and test this quick. I don't have my tripod set up, so we'll come back once I get this poured in there very, very carefully. All right, and we've got it poured in there hard on that line. Not above it, not below it, but hard on that line. We're going to go ahead and give it a little shimmy shake to let the ethanol bond with the water. You wind up with kind of a milky consistency most of the time. The bubbles separate real fast. It's generally pretty high test. And we'll come back once it settles out, but a rough settle already. It's right about where I expected. It's pretty much settled. We're at E90, but we'll be right back once we let it settle for about 5 minutes. I'm going to show you quick why an ethanol fire is hazardous. Oop. All right, guys, we got some E85 spilled out here on the floor. We got a torch. Now, it does have some impurities, so it is burning pretty orange. Normally, this burns a very, very, very light blue. In the dark, you're going to see a lot more of that color. So I'm kind of amazed it's burning that bright. Maybe we aren't quite E90, or I've got a lot there and there's oil on the floor. Smell hair. I burned my leg hair a little bit. That's good. But yeah, it's a fast burning, very volatile fuel, but it is 106 octane. As you can see, very blue flame, very hot. And when you're done, very little residue. The only residue is what it's soaked out of the floor. There's that E85 burn I've been looking for. I had to clean the impurities off the floor, but now you see why it's dangerous. There's actually almost 2-foot flames right now. This is the danger of E85. All right, and as you see, there's 2 lines there. You have a hard separation line where the water has bonded with the ethanol in the bottom, and the oil-based line, which is the top portion. It is showing, I'm going to say somewhere around E88, E89. Pretty happy with that. It's right where I expected, and my tune is for E90. I can run Ignite E90 happily as I can be if I ever have an issue getting good fuel. But this is a great investment. If you see it start dropping under E85, you need to start factoring in that it's going to get it rich. If you are tuned hard on E85 and you get up on the E90 spectrum, you're going to start seeing it go lean, and that is not a good thing. You get up to E95 and you are very, very lean. You're in the hazard zone. So I highly suggest when you go to the tuner that you get tuned on E90 or better. The best way to go about this would be to take your bike with Ignite E90 or Ignite E98 and have it tuned on that. That way, worst case scenario, you wind up rich. You lose some ET, but your bike is safe. It is better to be a little rich than a little lean. Lean is mean, but lean is dangerous.